Another one that's showing a ton of strength, no pun intended, is Toncoin, and is now above $8. Okay, so Toncoin is hot. So it is definitely the next hot crypto, even though it is so large already. But if you're looking at it, it's still relatively small compared to, let's say, Solana, even though it's already at number 8 at $20 billion. But Solana's at 70. So can it still do a 3x, 4x just to catch up to Solana and possibly BNB? Sure, it can happen. So why is it so hot though, right? Why is Solana going up so much? Just look at this. Performance of top 50 assets by market cap in Q2. Guess who's up there? Toncoin at 41%, right? And even according to Grayscale, besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, who's fourth on this list in terms of high potential assets? Toncoin, right? There are just a lot of things going on with Ton, okay? First of all, they have a ton of money. They're associated with Telegram, and they have a ton of money. They launched $115 million as a incentive program to drive dApps inwards. So absolutely fantastic, right? And they have dApps. Besides Clickly Games, which is still very important, and I will get to that in a little bit. They have dApps now. Here's an adsgram, which allows many app developers to have or to insert ads into their dApps, right? Everyone hates ads, but if you have a very popular app where millions of transactions are happening every second or whatever it is, right? That could be a lifeline for some of these dApp makers that are making a lot of money. So it's another income stream, right? So that's pretty cool, right? What else is happening? Toncoin gets green light for trading Kazakhstan. I don't know how much volume Kazakhstan has for crypto trading, but that's good, right? And I know they're still expanding to a lot of different exchanges around the world as well, right? But man, the buying, ultimately, what's happening is the buying, right? This chart is even outdated because it's above $8, right? But you have a ton of buying, again, no pun intended, around $350 million just the last week alone. $350 million. And now, right, you're seeing the flipping happening in terms of addresses, daily addresses, right, that are being used per day, every day, is now above even Ethereum. I showed this morning, but it's a staggering stat if you think about it, right? From a chart perspective, it's looking absolutely fantastic, right? And those Clickly games, I don't know, Clickly, I just made that up, but you have a lot of games like Notcoin where you're earning not by clicking. I still have not played, but man, it's very addictive, and there's very many others that are addicted to it. That's why one of the big reasons why Telegram or Toncoin is so hot. Notcoin just burned $210 million. And then you have another one called Hamster Combat that will be airdropping soon. Same kind of game, right? It's getting a whole lot of people addicted to it. And I just found out they have a meme too. Resistance Dog, right? Solana is really driven by memes. Toncoin is really driven by the clicky games. But they do have a meme that's already $100 million. Zooming out a little bit, they actually pretty good, just going sideways. I mean, they peaked out a little bit, but they're just going sideways. So actually holding pretty well too. Well, there you go. All the reasons why Toncoin is doing so well. They got a lot of very viral games, right? They have a big bank. They're integrated with Telegram, who has hundreds of millions of users, right? And they even have memes. So I do think they're going to do pretty well going forward. Ethereum ETFs still around the corner. The approval could be coming this month, and we may get Ethereum spot ETFs trading by the end of this month. So what does that mean for Ethereum? Well, some think that after spot Ethereum ETFs come out, that it may outperform Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. It could be. It could be because there's a lot of enthusiasm over it, and then maybe Wall Street starts buying, and maybe we do get Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. I have a hard time seeing that, but who knows? We have seen periods where ETH dominance starts going up, and it could happen, right? So that's also something to look forward to, because regardless if it does or it doesn't outperform Bitcoin, that still means a lot of money, billions coming into the market, right? And that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. And right now, in case you're wondering, the Ethereum network itself earns more than double the revenue of Bitcoin, right? And that makes sense. That makes sense. The ETH fees are high. There are still a lot of people that are trading memes on ETH, and there are still a lot of activity going on ETH. It does make a whole lot of sense. Something else that may be coming this month is BlackRock applying for a Sol ETF. We already had 2 applications. If we get a third one, especially from someone like BlackRock, that's going to be absolutely fantastic for Solana, which I already predicted. I said after ETH, what's the next asset to get an ETF? It's going to be Sol. It's going to be Solana. But look at these meme coins. Look at the returns on these memes. Even if you're comparing memes on Sol versus ETH, the gains, I mean, yeah, I would love to have a 3,500% gain, but if you're looking at the ones on Sol, I mean, they're crazy. 20,000%, 16,000%, 5,700%, 1,200%, and 80%. It's just kind of crazy, kind of crazy, right? This is why people are in memes. The kind of lottery tickets, you really don't know if they're going to do well. But with the ones that do, and you're just holding on a small amount, man, that's just really good, crazy gains, right? Also, something like Pump.Fund. It's, you know, there's so many memes being created every single day. The revenue itself from Pump.Fund is more than Ethereum, more than Tron, more than Solana itself. That's crazy. That's one dApp on top of Solana that makes more revenue than all of Ethereum combined within the last 24 hours. Just think about it. That is crazy. That's crazy, right? That is crazy. And you don't see that on Ethereum because Ethereum is just too darn expensive. I don't know how many memes get created per day. Probably like 1,000, 5,000 a day.